think about what they're going to do against this Viper in the mid lane, because, oh, there you go, it's the sniper.
Okay, all right.
Was that on anybody's radar?
So go ahead.
It's a long range, like, damage dealing hero against Viper. This is almost always what people look to pick, is you just outrange it, like Lina, sniper.
Yeah, the same can definitely be said for Tundra, though. They also made very quick work of Liquid yesterday, so some teams, this is how it goes toward the end. If you level up significantly and others can't keep up the pace, you will get first blood.
Indeed, and Pure is the one to take it home on the Muerta. We've seen him go off the rails on this hero in this tournament a couple times. Definitely a scary one to give up first blood to. As Ari, looks like he wants to continue trying to pressure here with 33 playing the Viper. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but Mira coming in as well, so Ari will end up getting eventually traded. But obviously the first blood for Aurora, the bigger of the deal here.
That's right.
Oh, top lane. Heavy harassment onto both Mira and WS. Mira, who, well, looks like Pure's going to be able to get the Lotus, but 33 dying on the bot lane does not get the XP trade here. He kills off Kaori after death as Pure kills off Mira in top.
Yeah, I feel like this lane gets harder and harder for Beastmaster as Sniper reaches level 5, because you're going to have to... You're probably going to have to ferry out additional regen. I don't think you can play on bottle only in this lane.
This lane is relentless. Mira's the one to fall this time. As Pure and company, doesn't look like they can kill WS still.
And even the illusion rune to tank some tower shots.
WS getting dead shot with the calling as well. Pure will take him to the grave, as Muerta does. They finally get that Bristol back. First death for WS here. Obviously, we're coming there for the Shrine. Whitemon and Lornoff will trade them for each side. Another Shackle. Ari all over the place. Lornoff trying to help Mira out. Not going to happen, although 33 can get turned on, and it indeed is the case. So a bigger kill coming out from Lornoff. And now Ari on the run.
Should be okay. I think Lornoff doesn't have enough mana yet. Oh, maybe
Get
not.
a couple more pop shots and call it a day.
He'll leave out.
But still, the prized possession, 33 killed.
Now the lineup has to kind of structure a very specific type of fights to work. They're going to open
bush
33
flag.
again.
Get the ice path as well. They got a lot of stun lock, and 33 is just going to get ticked out.
It's a good kill.
Ari a little bit late to the party, so another death to 33. That's 3.
Will be the sniper. And he's going to TP right in front of them.
Yes, he is. Not afraid. Ice Path eventually hits, but BZM has that haste rune. Lornoff gets shackled, as BZM should be able to finish the job easily. We'll expend the roar just to make sure that they get their prime target.
He could keep running after the Hoodwink here, but seems a bit like a waste of time, and he will head back to mid. But he got what he came for.
Aurora showing some cojones. Because if it worked out, then they would be at an advantage for sure going forward in this series. As Nightfall and company, they're smoked up. BZM no longer has Roar. He's going to get jumped. Ice Path hits. He's dead. Nightfall would love to take this stack, but he's not close to the battle series.
No.
As BZM just a couple hundred away from Blink Dagger.
Yeah. And his dream help.
Okay. Raises his hands, but doesn't commit.
One thing that... Oh, hang on. Ursa.
Every time you speak.
There's
the roar for BZM. He wants Synderen to shut the hell up as Kaori gets hexed and brought down easily. But 33 killed off by Lornoff. That is a much bigger kill. The buyback now from Kaori. Sharpshooter's going to slow the Beastmaster as it hits him in the ass. Gets off the horsey, though. It's a little bit of distance. Assassinate's going to get a little mini stun action in the ward's place as a distraction tactic for Ari. And finally, the blink comes out from BZM, so he's going to be fine. Has that second life still, but obviously no roar. Yeah, these wards will be eaten up quickly. Quite bad. Aurora smoking up now. Deficit of 8,000. This is continuing to grow for Tundra. Ari spotted. Atos on him. He's dead. Sharpshooter hit, but it's going to take longer. Okay, he's actually dead. Almost full HP.
Break on the
My
Bristol.
goodness, the Sharpshooter assassinate nothing is going to be enough to take out Ari, apparently. And now the counter initiation from the Tundra side. They take out WS pretty damn easily. BZM shows up with the shield rune. I cannot believe they didn't get him there.
Across the group stages, I just don't remember seeing Pure losing on Muerta, but he might have lost one.
Well, he hasn't died.
Yeah.
5, 0, and 4 right now. Has the Aegis. They get the roar. They're going to get the break. Do they even need it? That's an easy kill onto WS on the high ground. They take out Mira afterwards. Both heroes have no buyback. Roche banner placed. And now this is looking very difficult for the Aurora side.
In no time at this point. He had like this short moment of opportunity where I thought the hero could become quite useful, but missed
Pure.
it.
All right, they're going to get life number 1. Nice smoke gank from Aurora, but you see the channel on the Shackle from very far away as the roar comes in from BZM, focusing the support. Shakiro's dead. The Pierce the Veil just in time for Pure as he turns his sight on the rest of Aurora. They get one. He finally falls, but at what cost exactly? Chen actually dies as WS now on the run. BZM, though, they get the Hex onto Nightfall. He gets his ult off, but dies shortly after. An ultra kill for the Beastmaster as WS now running for his life. The last member alive for Aurora.
He can't take the gate 33 as Yules.
BZM, they show up again. They get the Hex.
Give him the
BZM
rampage.
desperately wants the rampage,
Yeah.
and he'll get it. You can see his excitement. He's out of control, this man.
This guy gets a rampage every game. I would say Golem and then maybe the time warp creep for...
The thing I love that is people being able to micro the Prowler as there's the break, there's the roar, there's the kill. WS dead to right, 70 seconds. No buyback.
Oh, that's
Early Pierce the Veil. Interesting.
He was scared of dying getting caught in that bushwhack. Has to be wary about the Ursa, but...
Nightfall.
Ursa's
going to
busy
Whitemon.
fighting
Gets
Ken.
Hex, though. Gets Ward Trap. Whitemon was a trap. Full Shackle into another roar. Death for Nightfall. He does have buyback here, but if you have to expend this to defend, then I mean, might as well just call it GG. He's matching your offlaner effectively. I mean, is there a better support at farming than Chen? As Ari will pop the Lincolns, he gets vision of the sniper. Nobody really that close until BZM TP's in, gets the blink. Hex will secure the kill again, and no buyback for Lorinoff. He's greedy boy. He blinked out. Now, okay. Who's afraid of who right now? You're up 26K.
Ari thought that was a full team move on mid
Nope,
lane.
it's just Nightfall being Nightfall. BZM jumps in all alone. Of course, that's the play somehow. BZM gets shredded because Lorinoff has a Divine Rapier. All right, shit just got real for Tundra. Pure will TP out, so Aurora won't be able to find anything. Yeah.
Is he going to threaten Nightfall here?
He's going to try. Gets the silence off. Dead shot into another silence.
Nicely
into the Hex.
executed. Oh,
Beautifully done. 90 seconds. No buyback this time, though, for Nightfall. What did he purchase? Is that the one with Congregations of the Deep? Pure. Attempting the high ground push. Another minute on the Aegis. There's the Hex from Ari. Gets the Ward Trap as well. Will they have the right-click damage to take out Mira? No, not yet at least. 33 with the Crimson Guard. Meanwhile, Pure actually focusing on the Bristleback, solos him. Gracious me.
All right,
Pure.
Sniper.
All right, that's life number 1. The Hex from Ari. They're not going to commit any further, it seems. 33. Actually, they're going to exit completely. Pure with the runaway tactics. Has to use his ult with the BKB. Lorinoff just doing so much damage with that Divine. They buy back on the Jakiro. Kaori trying to lead the way with Mira in tow. Whitemon gets Atos. Bushwhack not going to hit. Good force staff. Pure looking to reinitiate, though. He gets the right click on the Mira. Not enough to get the kill, but now they're going to turn this around onto Nightfall potentially. Pops the BKB and the Enrage. BZM already used his BKB. He's going to have the refresher, though. See if he resets here. Is the Hand of God used? Lorinoff, he gets hexed. He gets roared. They want this Divine Rapier. Shivas pops him, and he's dead. Lorinoff down and out for 80 seconds, and now Pure has the Divine. GG is called. Tundra take game 1.
All right, well, that was not even a remotely close game from basically start to finish.
I mean, I will say they made it interesting at the end, a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, they did what they could out of desperation, but that's a Bristle. 5K.
Oh my God.
He did 60% of Chen's damage.
That is what it getting hard countered looks like.
That is indeed what it looks like. This is not a player issue. I just think
Damage over time. Like, if you can get that creep, Kez is not much of a threat.
I think it's absolutely decent.
It's not Kez.
interesting.
Yeah, that is
That's a TA.
quite the 180.
Fraction. And it's a pure signature hero, so he's probably going to feel very confident on it.
Yep.
The side of Aurora.
Oh,
that
one
is.
more right click does it. Ari gets first blood, so Tundra on the board.
How is it Ari does this?
Seemingly impossible to beat heroes kind of have to get through at a certain point, and we're seeing one on each side with the Shadow Fiend and Largo respectively. I think I already know the answer to this question, but your opinion as we're going to hold that thought. Lornoff getting ganked. Avalanche is there with a dual breath from Whitemon. He's going to take a tumble. Kaori a little bit late to the party though. So 2-0 start for Tundra. Obviously the anti-heal with the Doom is the big one here for Aurora. We've seen that before, and I mean, small sample size, only a couple games, but it was not successful in the games that we cast. As the 6-minute power rune is upon us. Avalanche from BZM, he's already pretty low. Mira's gonna get the blood grenade onto him in the cover of the trees, but they get the shackle and they get the kill. TP support on the way. As a zip from Lornoff using basically the rest of his mana. Fatal Bonds are on 3 heroes, but the Tundra side outnumber the side of Aurora, so they'll eventually get the trade. Ends up being a 2-for-1, mid laner for 2 supports.
Double kill for Pure, but the 2 kills on TA will create some distance.
But yeah, what do you think of hold that thought again? There's constant action in this series. Mira gets Avatos with the Frog Stomp nearby, licked back in. Foul play not enough to survive. TP from Kaori. Again, just a little too late to make anything happen for
I'm going to
Aurora.
guess what your question is.
As Nightfall and company, they are scouting some ancient stacks that Ari has been working on. Illuminate coming from Mira, though, a little bit too far in. BZM will claim him with the tree. And a Frog Stomp onto Kaori, so 4 members of Tundra nearby. We'll get 2 supports again, and I mean, how soon can they take these stacks? And this is probably a group effort, I assume.
They can take them now.
Looking to potentially connect with WS. They see the TA is somewhat nearby.
This move is very important
Pure
to connect.
heads to the north.
He's not going to get caught.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, that Ice Path into Trap could give some trouble here.
Yep,
Good
Ari
purge.
TP's in as well. WS on the run. Mira looks to be the sacrifice as per norm here in this series, but they get the Avalanche toss, and that's the bigger kill onto WS. And Mira gonna follow suit as the Requiem from Nightfall want to try to turn this around. They get the Fatal Bonds as well. That is 1 kill. Aurora need more than that to make up for what they lost, though. They won't get it. God, and then I'd have to...
Could you imagine?
Yeah, we wouldn't be friends any longer. Mira getting chased. BZM gets the Avalanche, but the Hex comes out into the Shackle, and now mass TPs from Aurora. They're going to get the Doom as well as the Requiem onto this mid-tiny. He gets licked, but he's going to tick out eventually. Good rotation from Aurora. 33, getting pretty low on mana. Gets zipped on, gets Electric Vortex as WS is there to help tank up some of this residual damage coming out from the Coddle, but that's 2 dead for Tundra.
That's a really good punish, and it's at a good time. Now the Wisdom.
We'll get up a couple wards. And now Lornoff having to defend mid, so 3 minutes away from the Tormentor. Unless there's a kill here, Avalanche toss back into the Illuminate into the Ice Path. It's enough. Big kill for Tundra.
And they can keep going.
Mira toss back. The Macro Pyre is going to zone, we'll call it. And that's another kill going the way of Whitemon, actually. Double kill for him. And now the Roche can be taken as long as TA makes an appearance.
I think it slows you down too much. Unless if they can, I mean, if they could somehow find a fight right now on Aurora, I don't necessarily think it's that bad, but...
Another toss back onto Kaori, but no follow-up this time. Instead, the Golem comes out as Lornoff gonna focus now onto BZM with Pure making his appearance. Or Nightfall, rather. Used to him playing Shadow Fiend. So they get the very big kill onto BZM. Pure, though, in the cover of Meld. We'll wait for an opening here. Still has the Aegis, of course, but...
I think the Coddle one is just better this game. Having 2 charges on Solar Bind and 100% healing on Illuminate is quite crazy. You generally buy this item on Coddle after...
Whitemon getting that injection means he's worth a little bit more, but they get the Hex and the Doom onto BZM. He's trying to run away, gets purged. Kaori dies first, though, to Pure's hand. And now Lornoff doing a lot of damage to Whitemon in the meantime. Looks like they'll get the Jakiro at the very least, but 33 shows up on the Largo. Double kill for Pure as WS gets licked in. And now the Frog Stomp with the Avalanche to hold him in place. That'll secure the 3rd kill in this fight for Tundra. Yeah. The Doom expended, but BZM just walks it off casually. So maybe Aurora will smoke with that timing in mind. In fact, Going to be wrapping
for a
around and trying to
backstab.
collapse in. Lornoff with the opening onto the Jakiro. With the right clicks from Nightfall. Whitemon gets forced up to the other side as BZM with the Avatos on Lornoff. Already have half HP. WS looking for the Doom target. BZM trying to walk it off. Big Requiem coming out, but it's the Doom that dies. Now Aurora having to exit the premises. They get the Avalanche cancel TP. Another death to Mira's name.
That is the modern Nightfall right there. That's the new version. It's the Requiem into TP out. Rather than protecting yourself, you scare everyone else.
People are
Leave
scared
and
of the
refuse to
Nightfall.
elaborate.
Yeah, not a good sign. As, oh boy, if they get this kill as well. They get the silence with the trap, not enough.
He's out of mana. They are going to run him down.
BZM, Shiva slows him down to a crawl. Another trap. And he pops the Greaves. Looks like he might be getting out. BZM will continue to pursue. Gets the Avalanche just before the zip. And the last combo toss does it in. So, Lornoff, death number 3.
When game 3 starts, they'll be in a much better spot than in this one.
That's true.
So,
That is
technically
technically
correct. That's
true.
all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Oh, Kaori finds a frog in the swamp, unsurprisingly. But, okay.
Nightfall
This is a
looking
big
for the
one.
Requiem play. Gets it off onto Pure. 4 staffs away, though. Getting Hex, gets the refraction, and now the counter initiation. WS in a lot of trouble. Gets slowed down by both Dual Breath and Solar Bind. Pure coming in for the finishing blow. BZM will take it from his grasp.
Oh, boy.
And Aurora just dropping like flies now. 3 dead, and Tundra just getting basically everything.
Oh, they might see Nightfall with this Illuminate vision.
Doesn't have much mana to work with. Oh, he gets blocked up. He gets tossed back into the fray. Pure is there to finish the job. Another death for Aurora. This is just getting out of control.
If you fail that TA kill,
We'll see how much damage Tundra can do with this. They got the Roche banner as well. Pure. Round number 2. Can they get the TA? BZM there with a beautiful Avalanche toss. And now Pure just being able to right-click to his heart's content. Nightfall looking for the Requiem. He gets Ice Path, though. Golem comes in to buy some time. Lornoff just burns up. My goodness. That Storm was basically insta-give there as 33 leading the charge as a frog. Another Ice Path for the road. Mira. This is going to be death number 11 for him. Man, oh man. GG's called. What a stomp in game 2.
oof. This is going to get hard to bounce back from Aurora. It's one thing to be down 2-0. It has not looked close. There is one team here today that's just better than the other. And it's kind of crazy to see considering Aurora was able to win against Liquid just a few hours ago. Just heroes that maybe have better inherent synergy. Because I look at Aurora's lineup and it doesn't feel fully cohesive in the same way as what I'm seeing from Tundra in both games.
Is there anything that just wrecks Void Spirit? I know the Puck and the Storm are both still in the pool, but
A lot of them are out.
The heroes are truly crushing them out, yeah. But I was thinking, Lornoff is very happy to play Storm, I think. And in this game, compared to the last game, it overall looks better.
Because Ursa needs a bit of time. And the Void Spirit, the games we've seen, Void Spirit isn't the, for the most part, the guy who runs the show super early. He needs multiple items before he starts dealing very big damage. It's more of a
43.
teamwork
He's
thing.
going to kill Kaori with the fire. With one more right click. He can't even get it up because of the fire spirits, though. So Kaori and Nightfall team up to take out the offlaner of Tundra. Meanwhile, 4 minutes. Nice shackle, but BZM, he takes the wisdom, or the water. That would be great if it was a wisdom, but Lornoff is going to be taken out as a result of the rotation from Ari. We talked about in game 1, that Rasta player, Cinderin.
It's kind of a weird hero. Kaori could get shackled here.
Yeah, gets the dive off, wants to apply pressure to Ari, who's burning up, but the shackle comes to get the little bit of heal coming in, but Nightfall going to ignore some creeps, which is a first for him, but that means that dinner's on the menu in the form of Rasta. Attempt to deny, foul play, not enough. Nightfall claims his prize.
Kaori is doing work down here.
It's not even 1K, but yeah, I think so.
For a brief moment, yeah, there it is.
Oh, it might have been with the bounties. One of these games, who knows? 33 going to be pulling the crease. Mira makes an appearance. Avatos. 33 getting to the low ground, but Nightfall even making a rotation, gets the time dilation. 33 is Dunzo. Another kill for Aurora. So bouncing back after some, well, a couple of really poor performances, we'll just call it.
Really good movement from Mira. This is an important rotation to make. WS is okay with playing alone for a little bit. Now it's rune time. BZM has the level advantage. He's level 6.
He sure does. Lornoff only level 5 at this point. Ari taking the brunt of this damage, though. Takes the shackle. 6-minute rune is top. As Lornoff will be able to get the kill onto Rasta eventually, but will it cost him his own life? No. Mira coupling up with Kaori. Actually gets the Aether Remnant off. Kaori gets the dive. Will live. Just barely. Really living on the edge here. Yeah. BZM.
And what Aurora have effectively accomplished now is they've got themselves to Chronosphere on Nightfall. Oh, is he actually going to contest here?
Sure. A second death in the top lane. Ari trying to steal the Wisdom Strike. He gets off a nice shackle, and he's going to get it. It will cost him his life, but well worth it, because they would have lost 2 as Nightfall takes the other side. And he gets a Chronosphere, so 33 going to take another tumble. That's death number 3 for him. This is an 8-1 advantage for Aurora. Aether Remnant from BZM, finding Kaori. Fried chicken on the menu. We'll get something out of this global exchange, but not to their liking overall. Too crispy.
Yeah, it looks like Aurora have...
Again, the spear combo, weird. Whitemon, rather. Weirdmon. So despite it being 10-2,
like Tundra, power rune. They have Chrono if there's any backup, but
he's not going to have damage.
No, there's nobody near. If Storm was closer, maybe... Oh, he got stuck. Okay.
Even Dr. Nightfall, not enough damage. Although 33, he will have enough for this, surely. Chronosphere reserved for the offlaner. 33 again dies. Be a hard pick-off, though.
He's the dream kill. He would also lead to a tower. Oh,
they spot him. Aether Remnant not going to hit. Earn charge on him. He's going to Chronosphere. They're still trying to go for Ari, though, despite not being inside of it. Will ward trap Nightfall and himself. Nightfall will time walk away. Meanwhile, first lasso of the game onto WS. He shrugs it off, gets off a spear as well. And BZM trying to create some space, but Tundra, they just don't have any damage right now. I'm even surprised Pure shows up just with a Battle Fury. 14 minutes in, so the Wisdoms have spawned as well. Mira, Avalanche not going to hit. He's going to take an Astral for his troubles. Tossed back, though, into the Rebuke, and now Pure has to pop his ult. Mars Arena coming out for WS. BZM, no way to get out of this quite yet. The dive into the egg. Pure melts, and next is BZM. Trying to kill off the egg. It's going to be close. It goes off just in time. 4 dead for Tundra. Aurora win a huge fight, 16-2. How?
Knowing Tundra, they're definitely going to defend top, though. Oh, 33 is going to find Mira. This should be a free kill.
Yep, gets off the flame break. Easy pick off. Pure with a much needed kill. We'll be going for Blink first, after the Battlefield, of course.
When is the last time you've seen a Void this far ahead of everyone? That doesn't generally happen to this hero.
Oh boy. They get the Yules. Oh, the spear not going to hit properly, but Pure turning his sights to the chicken. Doesn't matter. Rebuke finishes him off.
Faceless Void's net worth is very encouraging for Aurora here.
I hate neutrals, I hate gates, I hate big map, I hate myself.
All right,
you know me so
out
well.
the Mars. BZM is there. They use a Chaotic Offering as well. WS takes a tumble. Tundra on the exit. Glimmer Cape for Whitemon. They have vision, though. Lornoff looking to get some sort of a trade here. He'll find it.
Yep.
And a Chronosphere. Oh boy, Nightfall. Can he get this kill? Pure turns aside. They're going to turn this around completely. That's a big kill onto Nightfall. He's not the one with the Aegis. Lornoff, however, is, but the blink from Pure should keep him safe. As Lornoff out of mana.
Seemingly killing Tofu all game.
Yeah.
In that one. Let's see if Kaori can do better. Would argue he is more of an expert player on the hero. Okay, Lornoff really wants to get in there.
Yeah, he opens it up. He gets silenced. They're to try to take out Pure, and they get him.
Wow, he used
Big
none
Bad
of his
Bear
defenses.
is down. Full minute.
That is really nice for them. Surprisingly, Pure no BKB, no Enrage use. Just got
Aurora looking for a wombo combo with all their team fight ults. Another zip opening on the Warlock. They don't want him to use the Golem. Gets off the Glimmer Cape though as Nightfall getting silenced, looking for the Chronosphere apparently. No, they're just going to use the Arena into the Spear to take out BZM.
Tundra have to be very careful. Apparently Ari is playing Safeguard for Ursa.
Big ol' zip. Pure in a bit of trouble. It's going to try to turn this around. Oh, but the Chronosphere comes out, and that is enough damage for Nightfall. And that's going to be a second kill to his name as well as the wards.
Oh, they still want to fight though. 33 coming through the gate.
Oh my. Okay. The lasso is used. Lorna still zips away even with the Golem being popped, and now Tundra trying to exit. The Nightfall away. Can he get the bash? No. Whitemon though. Oh, he might actually get out too. No, the egg was actually in range to stun. Another kill for Nightfall. WS finding himself a little snack here, but that's a little bit too big to chew. I've been there.
I really like the idea there for 33, but I think he didn't BKB after lassoing, so he got stopped by an Avalanche.
Not over yet. Gets the silence off, but Lornoff with the stun into the Arena Spear. And now Tundra starting to get pretty far behind.
So
They're starting on Roche. Gonna have to pop the Enrage. Looks like Ari's the first to fall. WS taking quite a beating, but there's the Chronosphere BKB from Nightfall, focusing on the 33 right now. They get him, and Pure left all alone versus 5. Dead to rights. Even a buyback from Ari being expended. Things are spiraling out of control for Tundra. BZM will live, but it's a small silver lining. Now BZM in the pit. Was he spotted? Out he's going to be. He jumps in, gets the silence onto several heroes to simulate. Ari gets caught off guard, though. He's taken out. Pure with a BKB jumps in. Trying to focus on Lornoff. Now he's just trying to figure out what target he wants to go for. He gets the egg instead. So a good kill to start, but now the spear comes through. Pure is dead to rights. And they're going to follow suit in likelihood onto this Void Spirit. Just a little zip action. BZM with one more Astral Step available. Gets to the low ground, but 3 dead for Tundra. This fight is over. They're just going to call it, in fact. GG. So Aurora stay alive and force this to a Game 4.
That's a very good bounce back for them. Not only do they win, but they really shake things up. They changed their strategy a lot. Made some major adjustments in the draft. And now seemingly have at least an idea against the Bat Rider. The question is if you can run it back. And Mira finally gets to play the video game.
Wow,
this time around, 1-1-17 on the Tiny. Worth highlighting because he has been an absolute punching bag.
He had 16 deaths in Game 1. God knows how many games. 17 assists.
A lot of time for his Nether Toxin to cover himself.
Thinker!
Oh.
Oh dear!
Party Vision response.
Okay.
Party were doing this against Viper actually all tournament long, and they were very successful with it. No one was playing Tinker into Viper.
Yeah, it's been a bit hit or miss, though, I have to say, in this tournament. It's been like some of the games that it looked great, other games it was very mediocre. But the thing that all those games shared was that he was very active on his Abaddon compared to what we've seen from other heroes, and other players on Abaddon, for that matter. All right, bit of a fight here with Mira.
Yep, he gets dead shot. Gets the Hex into the Shackle, and
Fire
Pure
Spirit.
pops the Fairy Fire, trying to maneuver around the trees. WS pursuing as well. And that is first blood for Mira. Wow, and he's actually going to live through this. Whitemon,
He might go for another Shackle here.
he indeed will have the chance. The chicken fingers into the Shackle. It's a double kill for the man that fed horrifically in the first 2 games.
About Tinker, Effie quickly came over and let me know that BZM's win rate on Tinker all-time in Pro Dota is 35%.
Oh, pretty good.
He's played 14 games.
Oh, Pure. Another Fairy Fire
Ooh,
consumed.
this is
He's
bad.
dead again. Oh, my goodness.
That is really, really not good. He has to do the Walk of Shame now on level 1.
36 seconds cooldown on TP.
But he opted not to go 1-1-2. Actually, he went 2 in Hoof Stomp, which is a bit surprising given the lane. Feeling like against double range, your suggestion would have been significantly stronger. Nice gate play.
Yep, with the Fire Spirit. Pure. That's the 3rd Fairy Fire he has used. all in vain as they take out 2 at the cost of WS, who dies last, so he gets all of that juicy experience.
Well, all right, it's time to contest some wisdoms for good old Kaori and
Be a
Nightfall.
major stack there as well, as 33 is going to be forced out completely. In fact, might just tick out, attempting to TP, but the Hex, and he will get Sunrayed into oblivion, and this should be a wisdom for Aurora. But Whitemon gets the other one, so it ends up being a trade regardless.
Now, about Tinker, this hero's ability to farm is heavily tied to 3 spots on the map.
Plants a tree to try to get some fog there.
And they killed his courier, because they want to make sure that BZM has access to this to farm out these stacks, of which Aurora have only made one singular one themselves. Mira.
Ari TPing in, the calling is used. Violence will be pretty effective onto Mira. Whitemon trying to run to the north. He's going to get dived on. Hoof Stomp. Not going to be, well, actually, decent amount of damage there. They end up trading the supports, as Pure getting hounded by Nightfall, making one of his patented early rotations, at least the last 6-month version of Nightfall. Not able to finish the job, though. They find a 33. He still has Primal Split, though, so they get the Hex. Can they actually stun lock him? Absolutely not. That means Aurora on the run. Mira would be the easiest kill.
Aphotic Shield.
Aphotic Shield applied to him right now. As Pure there with a dead shot, not going to hit though. Big laser coming in. WS super low. The dual breath comes through and he pops. Eventually. As Lornoff looks to be next on the list as Nightfall. He's going to continue to try to go on top of Pure. This is going to be another death for the carry on the Tundra side, as they're going to dive onto BZM under the cover of the Tier 1 tower. The Phoenix Egg buying some space for Nightfall. Going to run into the fire and the flames as Whitemon will pop to the Aphotic Shield. What looked like a good fight for Tundra initially ends up being pretty good for Aurora in the end.
Not ideal that he ends up dying in the fight himself. And they're just onto Pure again.
Absolutely.
Non-stop.
They are hounding him. Gets shackled into another death. Killing spree for Nightfall. 5th death for Pure.
He's level 5 minute 11 as carry. Trying to look for a backstab onto,
scan.
guess who?
Oh,
You'll never
Pure.
guess it. Could it be
Pure.
Pure?
He has pierced the veil.
They see him. And
It's like a pack of hyenas circling their prey. He dead, son. Nightfall gets the kill. Looks like Tundra want to fight despite not having this Aegis. Mira is going to tank this gank real hard. There's the sharpshooter kill. Notice the thing did not go off this time. Cinderent, Stampede on the run. Nightfall finds the distance. Meanwhile, Viper Strike, though. Nosedive as well. Jakiro's taking a lot of damage. He's going to burn up. Nightfall gets really low. Has to use the ult. Trying to pursue Pure, but he's pretty damn fast. And BZM now with the lasers. These are stacking up. That's the Aegis down and out.
he's getting
that
cast
shot.
a lot of spells.
Serpent Ward's going to trap the Muerta inside. Trying to get on the outskirts, but the double edge and the right clicks of Lornoff are too much to handle. Double kill for the Viper. Nightfall just barely living here. And 33, Horsey's up to the high ground. Into the tree line, attempting to TP, but they have a shackle for days. And we'll bring down the offlaner. As Nightfall will burn him up with the Radiant.
Oh, Lornoff barely got the wisdom. Can he get it out of here?
Oh, man.
Probably not.
This is gonna,
Nosedive.
that's pretty costly.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Definitely not. A little bit greedy there, young man.
It still is overall a nice win for Aurora, I would say. this time.
Aurora. Not always the case for the Abbey.
This could still evolve into... Oh, never mind. He's still ready to hit the creep. Now it's not going to be a
All right, they get the Ward Expedition. They see a Jakiro. BZM instantly stops his TP. You are dead, my twin-headed dragon friend. Now an Aether Lens for the Shadow Shaman. Laser, though, into the silence. They actually get the break and the kill onto the Abaddon, just like they planned, Cinderin. And now the Atos with the lasers continuing, but the egg from above is going to stop them in their tracks. That is exactly the scenario you brought up.
Eventually, if you find that moment of opportunity, it's huge. Yeah, and imagine silencing him. He's already muted. That took you a moment. It's all good though.
Oh, we got a
Smoke on
smoke on smoke action. Oh, the calling is beautiful with the laser to follow. Nice hoof stomp though into the Stampede. Pure's in a lot of trouble. He's the first to die. Some way, somehow, Tundra lose their carry right off the bat. And now the Max Exodus can't speak after that riveting podcast. Nightfall on the high ground. He's going to be able to take out Ari.
Lorinov got run
in
down
a weird
though.
spot. They're going to lift him in the air with 33 WS. Okay, they're going to buy back on the Jakiro as well. 3 dead for Aurora. BZM is just going ham now with the lasers after laser, warp flare after laser. This is a dead Abaddon to follow all of this. Somehow after losing Muerta to start the fight, Tundra clean up easily.
Stop Aurora from running at them for 5 minutes, they'll take it. They need Pure to get to this BKB and the game gets a lot easier. Or if they find pickoffs like this.
Yep, the lasers are coming. Ice Pack
BKB.
with the Macro Pyre. He will pop the BKB in retreat. Atos is going to cancel the TP onto the Rasta. And now, let me get the Sunrays. Kaori, no, they're not going to stick around. This will be a freebie eventually onto the Shadow Shaman. Primal split onto the high ground. They get the lift. Lorinov in the air. Meanwhile, nice calling into the dead shot. They silence Kaori forever. 2 dead. Both have buyback here. Gonna dispel this in just a moment. Viper back into, he actually does pop the BKB in time. Will nosedive in and just take out the Jakiro in turn. Now Pure and company on the run. The Nightfall away for BZM.
That's
required 2 buybacks for Aurora.
Yeah.
They're gonna get maybe another support. But still, very good news for Tundra. Both will be back up with about a minute left on this Aegis.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad trade to lose 2 supports to force 2 buybacks there. They're going to try to take advantage of the 5v3 moment. Still Aegis up on Pure. And he might... Oh, nice blink timing.
Jumps in. They get the Hex onto the Primal, or the Brewmaster rather, but he's able to get off the Primal split. Nightfall with the BKB. Pierce the Veil activated on Pure. Going to be able to do some damage. A nice dead shot onto the Viper. And that's who they're going to focus now. Just in a horrible spot is Lorinov. That's the death of him. They get the Cyclone as well onto Mira, taken out by the Sharpshooter. Oh, BZM going to continue here. Gets the Warp Flare, but won't be able to continue any further.
Between their saves with Glimmer, Force Staff, and whatnot. So Aurora, you have to be very decisive, but the problem is your lineup doesn't have burst.
Kaori is going to not die. He gets off the egg just in time.
Close
I think they can turn it around at all. Viper Strike onto the Muerta. Will pop the ult. Gets Hoof Stomp though. Now the Primal split. Nightfall. He's going to get tagged to the tree. Can they make him use his ultimate? Going to get broken. Will pop the ult eventually. See if they can turn this around. But that's the big pickup potentially now onto the Tinker. They get him trapped in the wards. Down goes BZM. Pure with a TP. The Nightfall, in fact. Is it enough? No. They have the damage to get through him. He does not have buyback here. Aurora getting 2 huge kills. They might have to give this up if they don't want to expend a buyback.
The Tinker's life is worth more than the buyback here. Or the barracks, I mean.
Oh, double hoof stomp into the Stampede. Both these supports are about to go down. Indeed, that is the case, at least for one. No. Yeah, they pop Ari in the end with the Bloodthorn. Gonna try to exit now as they get the full set of barracks. Mira getting chased by the Brewlings. Tinker's back up and running. Egg play. Sunray still continuing. Rasta eventually is going to go down here. 233. Meanwhile, Viper applied. Yep. Viper's going to heal up quite a bit with that cheese. Getting rooted continually by BZM, and he forces Centaur into a horrific spot, but there's the BKB into the runaway. Nightfall getting chased by 33, who's all alone here. Tinker's coming in as well. They really want to kill Nightfall. Doesn't have his ult anymore. He's going to get put in the cart, though. Can they get him out in time? Trying to find a maneuver through the trees. Looks like he's good to go. Picks up the bounty rune just to get that extra shit in his pocket. Lorinov with the Nightfall. Right in front of Nightfall on his team. Don't get confused.
All right, this moment for Tundra, Aurora, excuse me, it has to work.
33, he's gonna pop the BKB, has the Primal split. Once it's over, there's the Macro Pyre with the Aghanim Scepter. Deadshot is there as well. Pierce the Veil doing work. Egg goes off just in time, but they're still gonna be able to take it out. And now the lasers continuing to rain as Nightfall right in the midst of all of them, trying to take out the Jakiro. He'll get that, but is that all? BZM now is going to get the Hex off just in time before the bash comes out. Nightfall going to get rooted thanks to that shard from Tinker, but he's taking a lot of damage. BZM getting focused and killed off, but he's going to buy back because that's 3 dead for Aurora without any way to get back in the game. Lornoff extremely low, but the focus is on this Abaddon. They take out the Viper. They take out the Abaddon. A full team wipe. Cost 2 buybacks. There's only 2 buybacks for Aurora remaining. The melee racks will go down. That gives a fortification available now for Aurora. They have 3 members. 5 versus 3. Atos, Hex, Laser, Warp Flare, everything at their disposal. Force Staff to keep the Viper alive. Nightfall in the midst of all of this. Macropire's going to slow him to a crawl. Tier 4 is taken out completely. Nightfall using 1 ultimate. Still has his refresher. Ancient is exposed though, and Nightfall just getting kited completely. And the damage coming out from the Huerta is insane. 33 continuing to take a lot of pressure off with that Primal Split. They get the fortification off. Stampede available in 2 seconds when the Centaur's back up. Pierce the Veil is activated. The Rasta is going to die again. 33 still focusing just on the Ancient despite the backdoor protection being there. Actually, that's the pipe being activated. Now the BZM taking a ton of damage. He's about to go down, but the Ancient falls first, and Tundra have won DreamLeague Season 28. What a game. Woo.
Yeah, that was a very special game overall. It had everything. It had a bad early game. It had some pretty critical issues, including a very long pause for headset. Not a common sight.
Yeah, we got a
grand
podcast
finals.
in between there. That was nice.
But overall, I mean, credit to Tundra for this game, right? BZM got owned in lane. Pure got owned even harder in lane. And they stabilize, they buy enough time, they get to the mid game, and ultimately the later portion of the game where they needed to before their lineup truly kicked off. And this felt like a game that Aurora could potentially have snowballed and won really quickly. But a couple of key moments, Tundra did the right things to stall things out.
33 obviously, remains, all tournament long he has been their player, and he did not disappoint in this game 3, or game 4 rather, going 5-2 and 17 assists on the Brewmaster, doing probably the most building damage I would imagine as well.